Hey, this is Mike Douglas, and we're going to be shooting a series of fall foraging videos out to you all so that you can become more aware of the opportunities for a lot of food gathered in a short amount of time, and if you prepare it properly, it'll last you throughout the year. We call these larders. Let's go check out what's going on in the kitchen. What are you laughing at, Angie? What's going on here?
Making some elderberry syrup.
Oh, elderberries. Nice.
Right now we're taking elderberry berries off of their stem stalks here, and we're gonna turn them into syrup, which I guess it would be considered garbling. Taking and basically just pulling all the berries off the stems here, and then the reason I'm doing it on this plate, so I have a little bit of a backdrop. I can see if like if there's any little green berries or any stems or even little insects running around in there. I'm going to avoid putting those into the final mix, because the green ones are, I don't think that just a few of them will cause a problem, but they are a little bit on the toxic side. And we made some up earlier, as you can see in here, and basically it's going to be the elderberries. We're going to simmer them up for about 20 minutes with an equal part of water. And then we'll add a little bit of ginger and cinnamon to it, and about probably a cup of sugar, or depending on how many cups of berries it is, probably about half a part of sugar. And we're trying to use the raw cane sugar. Is kind of the options, one of the more healthy versions. Still may not be the best, but hey, do what we can. So it's traditionally used for it's an immune system booster, for really good for colds and flus. So that's why we want to make as much of it as we can before winter comes. So start to get the sniffles, might as well hit it with something sweet and delicious. Actual collection time about 20 minutes, and when I stopped and looked back at the tree, you couldn't really tell that somebody had even taken any of the berries off of it. So the bird still had plenty to eat. After boiling the elderberries with the water and then adding some sugar, we add a little cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. We took an immersion blender and ground it all up and bottled it, but it was a little bit too thin. So now we put it back in, and we're gonna boil it some more and try to concentrate it down. And this way, hopefully it's not gonna ferment on us, because when I opened it this morning it went shh. You can already smell it a little bit. Elderberry flowers are actually have a lot of natural yeast on them, so you can, as far as fermentation is concerned, it's actually a great source of yeast if you wanted to make elderberry champagne or something like that.
Yeah, the wood's very good for friction fire. That's my favorite hand drill spindle comes from elderberry. I think
it has a compound leaf structure, so this is one petiole or leaf stem attaching to the woody center here. You can tell by the next year's bud site is located between the actual petiole. So we have this long leaf stem, and then these are leaflets. Aside from the elderberries here. These are relatively young shrubs, and they'll produce a lot more later on. Look at this, they're just falling right off. Gotta get that away.
This is one of the hundreds, maybe even thousands of examples out in your backyard, in your backwoods, that are so chock full of nutrients that your food becomes medicine. And in an upside down world where there's all kinds of foods, quote unquote, out there that the box has more nutrition than the contents, or it's all sugar and starch and it's devoid of nutrients, this is the way to go. This is how you reclaim your own personal health, is by eating foods that are wild, free, and delicious. And I'm not even trying to sell you anything, I'm just trying to share how to do it. Because the more you do it, the more those plants will spread. Just dropped the microphone and walked away.
Tastes great.